fish cleaning, fish cutting, fish deboned, fish preparation. Watch, comment, like, subscribe, and share.
Slicing of fish. Slicing fish is a crucial skill for preparing delicious and aesthetically pleasing dishes. Here's a guide to different fish slicing techniques. Isa, filleting. Purpose, removing the fillets, or boneless meat, from the fish. Method, skin on, cut along the fish's belly, then along the backbone, separating the fillet from the bones. Skin off. After skin on filleting, carefully slice the skin of the fillet. Examples: salmon, trout, cod, snapper. Dalawa, sashimi. Purpose, thinly sliced raw fish for sushi and sashimi dishes. Method, precision, use a sharp knife to make thin, even slices, often with a slight angle for a decorative effect. Types, different fish are used for sashimi, each with its own slicing technique. For example, tuna is typically sliced into thick, rectangular pieces, while mackerel is sliced thinly and diagonally. Examples: tuna, salmon, yellowtail, mackerel, sea bass. Tatlo, steaks. Purpose, cutting fish into thick, cross-sectional slices for grilling, pan frying, or baking. Method, thickness, steaks are typically 1 hanggang 2 inches thick. Shape, they can be round, rectangular, or shaped to suit the specific cooking method. Examples: swordfish, tuna, salmon, halibut. 4, cubang. Purpose, cutting fish into small, uniform cubes for dishes like ceviche or fish soup. Method, size, cubes are typically kalahati inch to 1 inch in size. Precision, use a sharp knife to cut precise, even cubes. Examples: salmon, cod, snapper, mahi-mahi. 5, strips. Purpose, cutting fish into long, thin strips for stir fries, sushi rolls, or salads. Method, length, strips are typically 1 hanggang 2 inches long. Thickness, they can be thin or thicker depending on the dish. Examples: tuna, salmon, cod, tilapia. Tips for slicing fish. Sharp knife. A sharp knife is essential for clean, precise cuts. Cutting board. Use a cutting board that is sturdy and non-slip. Angle. Cut at a slight angle to create a more attractive presentation. Bone removal. Carefully remove any bones before slicing. Practice. Practice makes perfect. There are specific types of knives recommended for each slicing technique, depending on the desired outcome and the type of fish being sliced. Filleting. Recommended knife: fillet knife. Characteristics: long, thin, flexible blade with a slightly curved edge. Purpose, designed to easily maneuver around the bones of the fish, allowing for clean, precise cuts. Alternative: bonang knife. Characteristics: similar to a fillet knife, but with a slightly stiffer blade. Purpose, can be used for filleting, but may be less ideal for delicate fish. Sashimi. Recommended knife: sashimi knife. Characteristics: long, thin, single beveled blade with a sharp point. Purpose, creates thin, precise slices with a slight angle for a decorative effect. Alternative: chef's knife. Characteristics: versatile knife with a curved blade. Purpose, can be used for sashimi, but may not provide the same level of precision as a sashimi knife. Steaks. Recommended knife: slicing knife. Characteristics: long, thin, straight blade with a rounded or pointed tip. Purpose, creates thin, even slices of meat, especially for large cuts. Alternative: carving knife. Characteristics: long, thin, straight blade with a pointed tip. Purpose, similar to a slicing knife, but may be less flexible. Cubang. Recommended knife: chef's knife. Characteristics: versatile knife with a curved blade. Purpose, can be used for cubang, as well as other chopping tasks. Alternative: santoko knife. Characteristics: Japanese chef's knife with a straight blade. Purpose, can be used for cubang, and is particularly good for delicate ingredients like fish. Strips. Recommended knife: utility knife. 2. Characteristics: smaller than a chef's knife, with a straight blade. Purpose, ideal for slicing thin strips of fish. Alternative chef's knife. Characteristics: versatile knife with a curved blade. Purpose: can be used for cubing, as well as other chopping tasks. Alternative Santoko knife. Characteristics: Japanese chef's knife with a straight blade. Purpose: can be used for cubing, and is particularly good for delicate ingredients like fish. Strips. Recommended knife. Utility knife, dalawa. Characteristics: smaller than a chef's knife, with a straight blade. Purpose: ideal for slicing thin strips of fish. Alternative chef's knife. Characteristics: versatile knife with a curved blade. Purpose: can be used for strips, but may not be as precise as a utility knife. Important considerations. Sharpness. A sharp knife is essential for all slicing techniques, as it ensures clean cuts and prevents tearing or crushing the fish. Blade length. The length of the blade should be appropriate for the size of the fish and the daisy red cut. Blade flexibility. A flexible blade is helpful for filleting and sashimi, while a stiffer blade may be better for steaks and cubing. Personal preference. Ultimately, the best knife for you will depend on your personal preferences and the types of fish you typically prepare. By using the right knife for the job, you can ensure that your fish is sliced beautifully and cooked to perfection.
you so much for watching.